here with the reigning Big 12 Player of the Year, Noemie Glover. Noemie, how's this offseason been so far, and how about are you reflecting on the incredible season you had in your first year here at ASU?
Yeah, it's been a great season so far, and I think the offseason is nice because you can kind of hit the reset button and start back from zero. So it's been super challenging getting in the gym and working on all the new skills that I have to learn, and just knowing that the goal is to repeat this season and reach new heights.
How were you able to have everything click so fast and really take that next step in your volleyball career when you got here to Tempe?
I think kind of just going into college my freshman year, I had these really big goals, and obviously that didn't happen my first 2 seasons, and I was just super hungry to prove myself, prove that I had something bigger growing, and I think it was just great to have a coaching staff and a team that is supportive of what we're going to do to reach the finish line.
You talk about the belief of something bigger growing within you. How did JJ Van Niel help you unlock that?
I think first by just watching film, watching those professionals that are excelling at the opposite, especially as a lefty. Just having that belief that, lefties can run a great system out there on the pin, and having setters that want to adjust to the different set variations and being explosive in all areas.
What was it like being a part of this team's run? Obviously coming up short of your guys' ultimate goal to get to the Final Four, but a really incredible run nonetheless.
Yeah, it was amazing. I think just having that belief each week coming into the gym is like, okay, how do we go off of what we did last season, hit the reset button, and do it again? I think that consistency is what helped us grow and win each week.
And you've been able to be a part of this program that has been able to be put on the map by Coach Van Niel. Previously, before moving to the Big 12, they were, very competitive in the Pac-12, and now back-to-back Big 12 champions. What's it been like to be a part of a program change and really build excitement in the community for ASU volleyball?
Yeah, I think as a SoCal person, the Pac-12 was the goal for a lot of us in the area. So obviously with that being dissolved, having the Big 12 be an opportunity to be a past Pac-12 school and put it on for our community, especially on the West Coast here. I think we want to prove that, we can play good volleyball here in the West Coast, not only with the Midwest and the Big Ten. We want to compete with those conferences. So just putting in our work in the gym and being here consistently.
What is it about JJ Van Niel's coaching and his system that allows you to shine and others to shine as well?
I think his data analysis on the game, that focus of, look, the numbers can't lie, so, we can have our emotions, but at the end of the day, we need to remove that and know how do we get those numbers, how do we get the parameters that are going to beat the team that we're facing.
Where do you feel like you made the biggest growth this season where you're like, I've been working on this for so long and it finally came together?
I think just resetting quick. I think it's easy to, get consumed about the many things that you have to worry about. But at the end of the day, it's just 1 point on the volleyball court. So if you just wipe it and play, no matter what happened on the last point, you have to put every point, putting your best foot forward without getting distracted.
What's your mindset every time you're out there, every set, every point, every time the ball is reset? What's your mental state like?
I think my mental state is how many different spots on the court can I get a kill. You can hit cross court, you can hit line, you can tip, you can go to the deep corner, you can go high hand. So just playing with the other team and knowing that there's not one way to stop that attack. You can have one attack that's your specialty, but at the end of the day, if you can hit spots on every single spot on the court, then you're going to win as an attacker.
What was it like to see all your hard work pay off and get the recognition conference-wide and nationally, being an All-American that you've been working for?
I was just proud to represent ASU. I think we are one of those teams that wants to be put on the map. We want to be in those conversations in the top 10, top 5, winning the national championship. So just being able to represent and hopefully encouraging my teammates that we can reach those big goals that we have set for ourselves if we just work hard and show what we can do.
Talk about your appreciation from ASU. Coming from Oregon, I'm from Oregon, so I know that the wet weather can be a little bit dampering on the mood. So what's it been like to live in the sunshine and be here on campus?
You can never complain when, you had a rough day or you're tired from training and you can just go and sit at the pool for the rest of the evening. I think that's just being able to reset, having teammates that are like, hey, do you guys want to come hang out, go to the pool and get some food and just have that community time, and the sunshine is just unmatched.
And because of your efforts on the court this season at ASU, you have an opportunity to possibly represent your country. Tell me a little bit about that chance for you.
Yeah, again, just, showing our team, showing our community that if we work hard and consistently put towards our goals, you can get put in those rooms with some of the best athletes in the world. So it's just amazing to go into the room and, and feel like you're a part of it, just taking the most of the opportunity. It's easy to feel alienated in the way of like, wait, is that me putting on the USA jersey? Like, I was picked to be amongst those people, but that was for a reason. You have to shine bright in that room and take up space.
What would that mean to represent those colors, represent the red, white, and blue?
It's amazing to me, just, representing my family, representing my last name, representing the country, and being amongst the greatest athletes in the world of volleyball that want to grow the sport and that have been playing for so long.
What are your hopes, aspirations, motivations for this senior season?
Just leave it all out there on the court and play for the last time in Tempe.
What do you think this team is capable of? I know it's early on, but what you guys chomping at the bit, you gotten closer and closer each year, Sweet 16, Elite 8, and now pushing further and further.
Yeah, that's just what we want to do, break ceilings and leave a legacy for the next group of ASU athletes that we face, and being an inspiration to work hard towards your goals. I think for us, that's just winning as many games as possible and making it to the finish line.